Alright, hold on. Alright, let's go. Alright guys, welcome to our first Saturday Night Starbow, aka Monday Night Starbow number 33, or is it 32, or 34? I don't know, it's one of those numbers. Today, I've got a co-caster, his name is Red Bandit. How do you pronounce that?
I'm just going by TRB these days.
Alright, his name is TRB, so call him TRB. And I'm Born, aka Born. And alright, let's get this game started. We got Spawn in the top right corner, he's green, he's Zerg, he is Byleth.
Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner is absBoomZerg playing Terran.
Do you know anything about this guy? Because he's totally entirely new to me.
No, I've actually never seen him. I've never seen him play Starbow, but I guess Zephyus said he looked at his history on Challenge, and he's played in a lot of Korean tournaments. Now, Zephyus didn't specify if it was StarCraft 2 or Brood War or what it was, but I guess he's a pretty regular gamer.
Yeah, Jam suspects that it might be Lucira, but I don't think Lucira plays Terran, so I don't know. But checking out the APM tab, oh, that's Byleth with the crazy APM so far.
I think it's pretty interesting. Byleth is actually opening up spawning pool first. I don't really know if there's too many benefits to opening spawning pool first against Terran. I guess if he possibly might be thinking the Terran's going to open straight away double barracks, but since you have to make supply depot before the barracks, it still even seems like you can put the hatchery down first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it also is cross-map position, so, I mean, as a Terran player, I'd be feeling pretty safe against this. Now, it is interesting that this map does have, it is a low-ground main base, but I think absBoomZerg, or BoomZerg here, is going to have a complete wall-off, and it's going to be perfectly safe against this attack.
Yeah, there's actually a, you see the Zergling streamer across the map right now. There's a little bit of, there's a bit of a chance here that the Terran player could mismanage this. He doesn't know that the Zerglings are coming still.
Yeah, and he's also throwing a command center, so I'm pretty sure that's going to get denied.
Oh, here comes the initial Zerglings. Terran is going to try to micro this way, but I think it's going to be best if he backs up here, and that's exactly what he will do. He will probably end up having to cancel this command center as well, but he does bring his SCVs over to the fight, and now Byleth does have 4 Zerglings left. He can probably get a few more SCV kills, but I think he will be able to hold this just fine.
Yeah, nice SCV pickoff. Going to delay that command center for quite a bit. And that's it. Zerglings back off, and they get a lot of delayed mining time. There's only 1 Marine left. Tries to snipe off that last SCV, but doesn't quite make it.
Yeah, and this is one of the reasons why I don't like the full timing that Byleth ended up going for, because he did deny some mining, and there's a little bit more micro here going here. Like, he did deny some mining, and he did get a couple SCV kills, but I feel like the Terran player probably came out ahead in that engagement.
Oh. Well, looking at units lost tab looks a little bit in Terran's favor.
Oh, and if you look at the Zerg natural, I actually love this counterplay coming out of the Terran player. He knows that the Zerg is going to want to drone up after those initial Zerglings, and so he's going to push the Zerg economy even further behind by forcing out even more Zerglings right now. Ooh, SCV did get picked off though, so I don't know if he'll be able to finish that bunker, but he is still streaming across with the Marines, see if he can maybe delay some mining or possibly even kill some drones.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's going to work out too much, though, because that's 3 Marines versus a Queen. That does have Enrage, and he's going to back up, or he's going to lose all his Marines. Same time, the production tab, not really forcing out too many more units. 1 Spine Car and a few Zerglings, 2 Zerglings to be exact, are popping out. So I don't know. I don't think that was a good engagement for a Terran player. I think he should have backed off and shouldn't have gone too aggressive there.
Yeah, he could have had his cake and eaten it too there if he forced out the Zerglings and backed up with the Marines and saved them. But since they did get picked off, I'd say maybe it came out pretty much even for both players. The Terran did delay some drone production, but then he also lost the Marines, so he kind of was a little bit behind in that regard. But we do see the Spire going down for the Zerg player, and we're going to see some fast Mutilis.
Yeah, how do you actually like Spire playing this quick in the game? 2 Hatch Spire?
I think 2 Hatch Spire is a really solid build. If you look at the Zerg Natural, though, you will see that his drone count is quite low. At this point, you kind of want some more drones on there, but with the build that Byleth ended up going, if he wanted the Mutilas out quick enough to kind of still get a decent rush out of them, I guess you would say, he did have to cut drone production. So this build that he's doing is going to have to cause a lot of damage to end up paying for itself.
All right, yeah. Well, our Terran player is actually opting for 3rd racks here. He's got stim on the way, so I don't think he has range upgraded just yet. So I think that's going to be one thing you definitely want. You definitely want range in order to protect the turrets from the mutas.
Oh yeah, it's good you brought that up because I don't think the range upgrade is going to be available when these initial Mutalisk hit his base, because the stim upgrade isn't even done yet, and so really the range upgrade is going to have to wait for even a little while longer to get started.
Yeah. And that's it. Mutas are flying across the map. Probably going to go for the main base or natural. I don't know. This map, there's quite a bit of space behind the natural mineral line, so I mean, it's not as vulnerable as like a map like Bluestorm. But yeah, he's going for the main mineral line, and we do have 1 turret there, 2 turrets actually. He's got a 4th racks coming up. But and that's only 3 mutas, taking a few quick shots by that 1 turret in the middle of nowhere. Gonna grab some SCVs with these 3 mutas. A few good pickoffs. So we got 5 SCVs killed so far in this game.
And Byleth will be happy with that at this point. He's obviously going to want to get some more kills, but the initial 5 SCVs is great.
Yeah. I mean, really, the whole point of unit harassment in Starbow is really just to buy yourself some map control. I mean, you're not really trying to outright kill some units, right?
Yeah, if the Terran player reacts correctly, he shouldn't die outright to Mutalisk. That's definitely something that everyone should be keeping on their minds. But it is a matter of how far behind he gets put. And now these Mutalisk micro that Byleth is conducting right now is really good. He picked off a couple more SCVs, and he still has all of his mutas.
Yeah. And what would be the proper way for Terran to defend against this?
Well, you just have to concede the fact that some SCVs will die, but you want to get that Marine count up, and especially with he's got 4 racks here pumping out, he's probably going to want to hit a timing counterattack to at least deny a 3rd base, and maybe even go for the main base of the Zerg. But we see the Zerg player heavily committing on the Mutalisk, so it might push the timing back a little bit further, maybe even until Science Vessels are out.
Yeah, I mean, he's only just starting up his Lurker Den. And no 3rd base in sight for a Zerg player yet. But it looks like we might have a little push move now across the map. Quite a few Marines and medics. And actually, here's another question. I mean, Terrans have the option of, you know, putting some mineral turrets, or some missile turrets in the middle of the mineral line or behind the mineral line. What do you think is the better position?
God, I'd say just when the Zerg is making this many Mutalisks, you should just go for both locations. You're going to need a lot of turrets just to, you know, kind of act as a buffer between them and your SCVs. But we do see the Terran player moving out across the map now, and the Lurkers, or the Hydras, can morph to Lurkers right now, but they are not, and he might hit a timing here to where he'll bust through the front. Yeah.
This front seems pretty well defended. He's got a bunker full of units. Some Lurkers are morphing in, but I don't think they're going to be done in time. And that's it. He's breaking down the front. Oh man, this is looking pretty bad for Byleth. His mutas are on the high ground, but a nice scan there. Going to reveal them. Mutas do back off, and Marines are moving in. Going to snipe off some drones. Good pickoff's going to go for that that hatchery in the main base, or the natural base. The Lurkers do burrow, and that's it. Big hits. Big hits. That might just be enough. And that's it. Our absBoomZerg player going to have to back up.
Got those Lurkers out just in the nick of time. That was pretty. That was a pretty good timing there by the Zerg. I guess he did end up losing a couple Sunkens, but he'll be perfectly fine with that. At least he didn't lose his natural hash, because if that happened, it probably would have been the game. And the Zerg player does still have 1, 2, 3, 4, like around 7 or 8 Mutalisks, and these are definitely still enough to pose a pretty decent threat to the Terran's mineral line.
Absolutely.
Oh, we have a break coming in the front here. Looks like the Terran's trying to micro his Marines to get a good concave on the Lurkers, but it was not enough.
Yeah, and look, also these mutas here get to pick off this fighting those incredibly annoying. I mean, a lot of times Terran players do make that wall off, but it is really vulnerable to mutas. And we don't have any science vessels out on the map yet. The science facility, or the fusion core, just completing. Marines do back up, go back home. No third in sight for Byleth here. Now, what do you think about this timing on the third? Do you think that's too late, or is that standard timing?
Oh, this is much too late. This is way too late for the type of build he's going for. I would say that the Zerg player is in a pretty rough spot because of how late this third gas is going to be. His hive tech is going to be put pretty far behind. Either that or his lurker numbers are going to be put pretty far behind. So he's going to have to make a choice of whether he's going to want to go for a bigger army to fight this Terran push right now, or if he's going to want to try to bank his late game on maybe a couple risks where it would take him to tech up to the tech tree. But it doesn't look like he's doing either of those right now. Yes, he does have the hive going down, but it's definitely not going to be in time for this push.
Yeah, I mean, those lurkers are pretty spread out, and I mean, with this push incoming with some siege tanks, and possibly a science vessel, but, oh man, these lurkers are in hold position. Byleth here, gonna get some sick shots. I think that's exactly what he needs, and now he deactivates them. The lurkers are moving in, they're taking out all the Marines, and I think that's it. That's, we got to back up for sure. And wait for that science vessel. Oh, and some more reinforcements getting taken out.
Oh, well played on the, on cutting off the reinforcements. This is a great tactic Zerg players can utilize. And now we also see the Mutalisk coming in and picking off the already damaged army of absBoomZerg here.
Yeah. And I feel like the Zerg player is slowly getting back into this somehow with those nice hold lurkers.
Yeah, it was definitely looking pretty dire there. The Terran player probably should have thrown down a couple scans just to sort of see what was going on there around that point where the third kind of connects with the natural. Of course, you can't always guess correctly, and that's why hold position lurkers are so tricky to deal with.
So as a Zerg player, what do you think you're gonna do if you were in Byleth's position? What would you do?
Well, at this point, after I took that engagement, I feel like it would have been a nice time to throw down maybe another faraway expansion. Obviously, Defilers are always going to be a great unit to get out in this matchup, and the Defiler mound is almost down, but it's really the Consume that enables you to utilize the Defiler to its fullest potential. And that upgrade has not been started yet, just started right now, and it will not be here for the next engagement. So this next fight is probably going to be another hard one to take for the Zerg. Let's see if he can pull out some magic like he did the last one.
Yeah, and also keep in mind these siege tanks do have siege mode, so he can definitely shell away at these lurkers from a safe position. And that is a lot of lurkers. It's going to buy us some time, but I don't know. I don't know if that's enough. Lurkers taking quite a few tank shots. Marines
Scourges hit!
Scourging!
No,
oh, they take out that one science vessel. Nice trade. Trading some Zerglings and some Scourge to take out that science vessel. Now we're going to rely on those scans, and that's going to buy him just enough time to, I think, to get the Consumes up, but I could be wrong here.
Yeah, and Terran player is running low on scans. Now he can't see the lurkers right now, but as of right now, if you look at his command centers, they both have no charges of scan. So his push has been halted dead in its tracks because of those science vessel snipes.
Yeah, and how I mean, if you're a Zerg player, how do you feel sniping down that science vessel at this point in the game?
It's always good because even if this attack doesn't succeed and he is able to keep those science vessels alive, it starts to become a huge problem if you get a big count of science vessels for the Terran player. But he's breaking in the natural here. I don't know what's... and then we got the Zerglings firing.
Defiler Consume! Oh, the Defiler gets irradiated, and that's it.
Oh, man. Yeah, the Consume was just a little bit too late there. And now we have the Terran player busting down the front door of the Zerg. And this is a pretty bad situation for Zerg to be in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think taking that close third was just kind of a big mistake considering how large how much ground you have to cover. But I mean, it looks like on this map taking the like another base's natural expansion or even the main expansion is a little difficult considering it's on the low ground. But that's it. absBoomZerg takes the game 1-0.